ready for that? I'm going to do my last reading for the day, okay? Alright, what you got for me, Holy Spirit? What you got for me? Alright, you got Page of Swords and Five of Swords. Alright, I immediately thought of a child when I seen the Page of Swords, okay? I'm getting that it's a child that's in inner conflict. It could be a child that's in conflict, that's in inner conflict. Page of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay? About what? What are you in conflict about? About a Queen of Swords? About an air sign feminine? Wow, so it's a Page of Swords, a child, right? That's an inner conflict about a Queen of Swords. Okay? It could be a child of the Queen of Swords. That's an inner conflict. I'm getting it. It's a child. That's an inner conflict about a Queen of Swords. Alright? What did they do? What does Queen of Swords do? Wow. Ten of Swords in reverse. Because some type of betrayal was not successful. Some type of betrayal was incomplete. Somebody could not betray. Somebody was released from a deception. Okay, yeah. Wow, so a Page of Swords in a conflict about a Queen of Swords that deceived, okay, and that was unsuccessful in doing so. I'm getting it backfired. All right, so it could be a child that could have gotten the backfire of some type of deception because of a Queen of Swords. What else you want me to know about this energy? Okay, I'm getting that. Yeah, with this Knight of Cups and this King of Cups. Alright, I'm getting that the ancestors could have moved in quick. Okay, yeah, it was an ancestor that moved in quick here. Yeah, I'm getting somebody put on the facade too to try to appear as if they was divine. Yeah, somebody put on the facade to try to appear as if they was divine. This is what this Queen of Swords did. They put on a, because they were just in the last reading, they put on a facade to try to appear as if they was divine. I'm getting that this was deceptive, them doing this. And I'm getting that the ancestors came in quick with the backfire, man. With this Knight of Cups and the King of Cups, and then the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, a decision had been made. Like, I'm getting, yeah, somebody moved forward. Two of Wands with what? With what? Trying to block someone. Two of Swords. Trying to block someone from an Ace of Swords, from something being exposed. So they try to block something from getting exposure. Alright, yeah, they deceived by putting on a facade to make it seem like that they was the ones who was like divine. Yeah. Yeah, they made a decision to block somebody from something being, because they didn't want something to be exposed, from something being exposed. Yeah. Yeah, Knight of Swords, they move around a lot, man. This Queen of Swords, they move around a lot. Alright, they moved impulsively doing this. Yeah, I'm getting this why the ancestors came through with the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. I'm getting the masculine type of ancestral forces came through. Like a real strong protective energy came through on the ancestral tip, okay? And really stop this betrayal, okay? By making this betrayal backfire. Alright, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting they turned that back. I'm getting this ancestors don't really want to turn that back on this Queen of Swords, but I'm getting it. They like this Queen of Swords can't even see what they doing. They can't even see like what they have stepped into. They can't see through the veil of what they have stepped into. I'm getting this King of Cups gotta do what they gotta do. This masculine ancestral force has to do what they have to do. Okay. even though they don't want to, I'm getting, because it's like the way they turn away from the Queen of Swords, it's like the Queen of Swords turned that way, but then the King of Swords turned, King of Cups turned this way. Alright, but then like the Knight of Cups is like, it's like, so the Queen of Swords is this way, right? But then you got the Knight of Cups also facing the same way as the Queen of Swords, right? I'm getting that because right in between those two cards is a Ten of Swords in reverse. I'm getting that the ancestor, right? He came through on some like looking at the betrayal, looking at what this Queen of Swords had did. Okay, trying to cause conflict for this child or whatever. And I'm getting, yeah, trying to cause conflict for their child. Wow. All right, so yeah, like, so they looking at this Queen of Swords like, man, I see this deception that you have caused for this child, this conflict that you have put this child in, right? And I gotta put a stop to it. So they looking right at the Queen of Swords, but then the very next card, you got Knight of Cups and you got King of Cups, right? The very next card, the King of Cups, right? The ancestor is facing this way now. He's no longer facing the direction of the Queen of Swords. It's like, oh wow, I see this deception, and now I gotta kind of like turn on you now. Like, I gotta balance this out, because this is what I have ordained to happen, not you. Get me? So it's like I gotta balance this out. I'm being sent to balance this out, and I'm going to. It's like they don't want to completely turn their back on the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords face this way. It's like if the Queen of Swords was faced this way, you get what I'm trying to say? Then it'd be like they'll be face to face. The Queen of Swords and the King of Cups, the masculine ancestral force, right? But at the same time, it's like because he turned this way and the Queen of Swords turned this way, it's like the Queen of Swords, because they not turned face forward and they so focused on that child, they so focused on trying to cause conflict for that child, it's like they can't see that if they just turn, they will be face to face with reality, okay? Instead of trying to like fixate their attention so far on this child that they're trying to cause conflict to. Yes. And this King of Cups is like they one step away from just turning this way and completely turning their back on this Queen of Swords, but they not. They face forward like, I'm going to bring this, I'm going to reverse this, okay? Yeah, I'm going to reverse this. This is what I was sent to do. So I'm not completely turning my back, but I'm going to come here to do my job. Yeah. Because you made a decision, Two of Wands, right? They still, this Two of Wands, this lady on this card is still facing towards this child. Because you made a decision to cause Two of Swords a blockage, right? Towards not being exposed for something you did impulsively. Eight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords. Yeah, for something you did that was impulsive. Because what's impulsive, like this impulsive card, right? Because the Two of Swords, they still face towards the child, right? But this Knight of Swords, they face the opposite direction. Alright? They face the opposite direction and they face this way now. They no longer face the child, they face this way. I'm getting that this was something that was done in the past. They moved impulsively to try to stop something from being exposed that was done in the past. That's why they face this way. Yeah. What else you got for me? Holy Spirit, yeah. To try to stop this investigation, try to stop something from being investigated. To try to stop somebody from going within. To try to stop somebody from seeing like the light here. Yeah. The Hermit in reverse. Alright, we got Virgo energy. Yeah, then we got the World. Yeah, and I'm getting this word, this conflict that they were trying to, this Queen of Swords was trying to put this child in. I'm getting this deception that didn't work, that was backfired because the ancestors tried to come in and do what they had to do, okay, to balance this things out, because they made a decision in the past to try to block somebody, and they were trying to hide it from being exposed and trying to hide this investigation, or trying to hide from this being investigated, right? This has been brought to an end. This cycle of abuse I'm getting, this is abuse to a child. I'm getting it's being brought to an end. Yeah, it's being brought to an end. This is like child abuse. This is being brought to an end. Or I'm going to say child and A-B-U-S-E, okay? What's the our call? Yeah, it's being brought to an end of death. I can't make it up. Scorpio energy. Yeah, this is a death is being brought to this whole thing, man. Stop is being brought to this. Somebody is abusing a child. I keep saying it. Somebody is abusing a child or their child, and it's a stop is being brought to this. Okay, yes. Somebody's so fixated on keeping their mouth shut. I'm getting to keep people's mouth shut. Queen of Swords. You see them holding that string around the mouth. They so fixated on this child keeping their mouth shut, man, that they don't even see that this what they've been doing is backfired on them, man. They don't even see it backfiring on them. This is how fixated they are on keeping this child mouth shut. They don't see that this is backfiring on them. They did something in the past to block somebody because they didn't want to be exposed for something that they was doing. Okay, they moved impulsively to try to stop an investigation from happening. Wow, man, to try to cause an ending. And try to cause a death from getting too. Yeah, but I'm getting that with this world card, this 4 fixed signs, and this death card, the Scorpio energy. I'm getting that it's fixed for this to be brought to an end. Okay, death. Yes. What's at the bottom? Yeah, a death to these illusions, a death to this illusion that they was causing, trying to keep somebody's mouth shut and trying to move impulsively, trying to deceive, try to do some type of deception that didn't work. I'm getting it was the ultimate deception, so they can't even deceive no more because they did it too much, or they did the most. Okay, they did too much to try to deceive, to try to stop this from happening. And I'm getting that once they did that, man, ancestors came in like, nah, you done, because who you doing this to? Yeah, you done. You shouldn't have made this decision trying to stop it. You should have made a decision to get yourself together. To stop doing what you was doing and stop trying to stop yourself from being seen and exposed here. Yeah. Wow, this is what I'm getting, and moving impulsively to try to stop an investigation. Wow. But this is coming to an end. This world, man, this is fixed to be done. Stop. The death right here, right after that. After the world. Scorpio energy. Man, to these illusions. 7 of Cups at the bottom. I can't make it up. A new beginning. 2 of Cups. Alright, this card flipped over. High Priestess. Somebody always knew. The card High Priestess was flipped over. Somebody knew that this was going to happen already. That somebody did something impulsively to try to block someone because they didn't want to be exposed for the child abuse that they was doing. And I'm getting they kept doing it. I'm getting they kept allowing it or kept doing it. And they moved impulsively to try to stop themselves from being investigated with this Hermit inverse and Knight of Swords, man. To try to bring an ending to this whole thing. Try to bring it into someone. But I'm getting that whoever they were trying to do this to was protected. Divinely protected. I'm getting somebody spoke up about it. I'm getting somebody said something about it. And I'm getting that because somebody said something about it is why this individual moved forward. I'm getting the High Priestess did because the High Priestess was flipped over in this deck like this. I had to flip her over like this. I'm getting somebody intuitively picked up on this, said something about it, and this would drive this person to move forward, would try to deceive, right? Yeah, they try to deceive by trying to block somebody because they didn't want to be exposed. They did something to deceive this High Priestess to try to stop themselves from being seen and exposed and investigated here. They moved impulsively to try to put an ending to somebody and a death to someone because they didn't want to be seen, man. For what they was doing, I'm getting the High Priestess picked up on it though. Yeah. Yes. The High Priestess had foresight. 3 of Wands. They saw. They could see how this person was living a lavish lifestyle. But I'm getting that this person could have been living a lavish lifestyle off of doing this to their own child. Wow. Somebody could have traveled somewhere, the Chariot. Okay. To pick up some money. Because they were struggling. Alright? From somebody that's in a high ranking seat. Somebody that's supposed to be in a high ranking seat. I'm getting it corrupt. They not in reverse though. Or nah. Okay. Okay, they travel somewhere, right? To try to have a new beginning when it comes to money, right? They travel somewhere to get some money. Right? And I'm getting it was in regards to like somebody like juggling or siphoning. Nah, I'm getting they were struggling, man. Yeah. I'm getting they traveled somewhere, right? So this Queen of Swords could have traveled somewhere, right? To get some money because they were struggling, right? And I'm getting it's somebody in a high ranking seat, right? I'm getting that is speaking up about this, that can see this delusion right here, man. And I'm getting somebody gonna be like restricted from doing this. Because I don't know why I got that this person right here, this King of Swords, I don't know why I got that they was corrupt. I feel like they corrupt, man. I'm getting that this Queen of Swords could have went and picked up money from this official. Because they were struggling. Yeah. They work with the community, man. To like keep this hidden. They collaborated. Alright, so I'm getting they work with somebody, right? They went somewhere, they traveled somewhere, right? Yeah, so High Priestess had foresight that somebody had an abundant lifestyle because they travel for work. They travel for work. And I'm getting that they travel for work. And I'm getting that somebody in a high ranking seat, somebody that is bringing clarity and truth to this situation is going to be restricted for this. Because they collaborated together. Right? Yeah, this is a mother figure that I'm getting. Because a mother figure, right? Discovered something. Page of Wands. Discovered how somebody was progressing in their life. How somebody had financial stability in their life. Yeah. And wealth. Yeah. They were trying to bring a new perspective here. To have a new beginning. They were trying to strategize an escape here. Working with a team, working with an organization, 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. To have equal give and take here. Working with them to try to like cause somebody to be left out in the cold, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, man. Trying to move on from what they was doing. Trying to get a return on their investment. But justice is here. The head of the snake is being cut off. Man, because somebody is just too resilient. Yeah, man. All they can do is just sit in their head and think about this. I'm getting that somebody is corrupt in the high seat. And I'm getting that somebody was working with this person, this mother figure, this Queen of Swords, right? I'm getting that somebody was working with them to like give them money, to like do this to their own child, And I'm getting they gonna be restricted, man. They gonna be restricted. They could have a love connection together or something. They was causing illusions here, trying to make everybody feel like they was crazy. Like they don't know what they talking about or something like that. Yeah. Wow. I'm getting they work together though, man. They work with this corrupt official to do this. And they was paying them for it. It looked like this is an organization or something like that. They was working as a team to like, you know what I mean? Have this Queen of Swords I'm getting. Bring a new perspective here. Trying to deceive this this High Priestess that's seen the whole thing already, that already saw this, already could have foresight of what was going on. Yeah, this is why the Sacred Divine Ancestors came through and did what they was called to do, because this High Priestess is protected. They saw what happened. They was protected. They called judgment on this. Yeah. Yup, to protect them babies, man. Page of Swords, yeah. That's why somebody acted the way they did, man, to try to stop themselves from being investigated. But this is already being brought to the light, man. Can I get an overall call here? I want to shuffle this. Man, 3 times? All right, 3 times. Wow, what popped out? Yeah, they were trying to hold on to their stability. They were trying to hold on and not let go of this narrative or something they were trying to Like, they didn't want to let go of this money. I'm getting, yeah, they didn't want to let go of this money they was making from doing this, man. Something like that. They didn't want to let go or something. I'm getting, it was money. Was that the second time? That was the third time. Let me do that real quick. They taking losses. That's what I just saw. That's what I just heard. Give me an overall card. There's too many cards. We got the Magician trying to manipulate somebody that's protected. We're trying to manipulate, man. Alright, too many cards. Can I get an overall card? I don't know if it was up or down. Can I get an overall card? Yeah, they was in competition, man. They were trying to cause challenges for this High Priestess, man. Came right on out underneath. Yeah, they were trying to hold on to. They were trying to not let go of causing challenges for this High Priestess so that they would not be investigated, man. This is what I'm getting. Yeah. Yeah, Six of Swords at the bottom, moving on. Yeah, somebody's being forced to, like, have to move on from doing this. Yeah, somebody cannot no longer deceive and try to switch things up for this High Priestess because they don't want to be investigated, because the ancestors came through and put a stop to that. All right, they can't do no more. They already already did the most trying to, like, stop themselves from being investigated. Now they ain't about to be investigated. It's being turned around on them because it's in reverse to the swords. Yeah, they was in competition. They was not trying to let go of causing challenges. It was in competition literally with themselves, though, because you in a competition with yourself trying to stop somebody that already see what's going on, right? That ain't doing nothing clearly, so you won't be, you know what I mean, investigated for what you doing that's wrong. Yeah, like, you in competition with yourself. At the end of the day, you need to go on a healing journey. You need to be on a healing journey. Six of Swords. Yeah. Yes. Wow. This is crazy what I just picked up on. All right. And I'm going to leave that there. All right. Beautiful day.